Hello. Hi, VOD viewers. We're waiting for. Actually, I don't think a notification is going to go out because I was just on stream a couple hours ago, unfortunately. So, here's what we do. I go to home, and hopefully it loads. And then I post a picture of. Hi! Did a notification go out, or did you guys just show up? I'm so confused. Hi, everyone. I'm gonna take a picture still. Yes, okay, so I have a plan. I just streamed Grand Theft Auto. Wow, Grand Theft Auto this morning. I'll do that again. It's very breathy. Hang on. Hold. Alright, let me know if it's still happening. How many people does it say are here? That's so weird. I did not send out a notification. Hi! 245. Wow. Damn! Hi, guys! Okay, so I have a plan. Don't worry, it's a mental health stream. But first I'm going to show you all of my stuff. And my dragon nuggets. And then I'm going to open a Not Gonna Lie, and we're going to do mental health. Yeah? Okay. Okay. I just needed to show you my dragon nuggets. Because yes, they're technically dinosaur nuggets, but I choose to believe that they're dragon nuggets. They're just dragons that the wings got cut off because it's like toothless. Right? I also have like every toothless thing I own over here, and a new backdrop that's just a blanket I took from my brother. But my favorite. Do you guys see the TikToks? How would you know what's good for me? That's my opinion. But if you turn him on, Layla got this for me. She went on my throne and bought all of my How to Train Your Dragon stuff. I'm not kidding. It was empty for so long. I love her so much. Okay. Do you like my cup? Is Layla here? Guys, I'm so happy. I love this game so much. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. I think this was also somebody else's purchase for me. Okay. Now I'm going to... Oh, Layla is here. Okay. Hey girl, do you know how to pin a message? Because I'm gonna give you one. So I'm gonna open a Not Gonna Lie so that people can anonymously submit their mental health questions. And concerns. And comments. And hopefully not threats. Somebody submitted a Not Gonna Lie to me yesterday. People have been doing this for a long time. Wow. I don't check the Not Gonna Lie unless I'm on stream. Oh, that's right. You're still at work. Okay. Okay. It's okay. I'll just send the line. Here. I'll just send the link every once in a while. Everybody eat. Eat and get a drink. Your cup might not be as cool as my cup because I objectively have like the coolest cup. Because it's toothless. But you should get a cup and put some water in it and drink. I figured if I'm doing something that makes me this happy, we can all share some joy today. Why would you watch that episode again? This is the How to Train Your Dragon popcorn cup. Yes, I will still read chat. I will do as much reading as I can. Ugh, my chat doesn't work very well though. So if you guys are reposting the same Not Gonna Lie link, actually, only people I know, and you'll know if I know you. Like, I know Gabe, and I know some of you because you're regulars. If I know you, you can repost the Not Gonna Lie link in the chat over and over when people ask for it, because my Twitch doesn't often load in here. Okay? So we're gonna go to Not Gonna Lie and get started. Yes, Stormy, you can. Oh, goodness. You've been working hard on a portrait for an art competition, and you busted your ass the past 3 weeks. You're still not done. Oh my gosh, Gray, good luck. You're feeling really depressed and don't know how to cope. So a lot of it depends on your situation. Healing is different for everyone. Sometimes it depends on if your depression is triggered by something specific or if it's just an overall disorder, you know? So if it's like that, there are mental health resources I can totally give you. Because, you know, a lot of us here have struggled with that, and it's not fun. Oh, come on, I should have won. Yes, you can, Josh. Where am I from? I am from the US. Dealing with grief is so hard. Dealing with grief is genuinely one of the hardest things that you will ever do, because acknowledging the fact that you will never see that person again is so awful. I'm so sorry about the ads, guys. You blame my girlfriend, she made me do it. I understand, because I just lost an aunt and you just lost an uncle, and it's terrible. But it's terrible because you're mourning the memories that you used to have with a person that only exist in your head now, and the lack of the ability to make more. And I wish you the best. It's important to remember not to be alone during these times, and still to remind yourself that there is more to your life than that person was, and to try and celebrate their life instead of grieving what it would have been. They may have died young and they may have died old, but celebrate what they did do instead of mourning what they couldn't have done, because that's hypothetical. Oh, how would I feel like is the best way to come out to homophobic Hispanic parents? They can't kick you out since you're a minor. So, it still depends on your situation, because everybody's different. Like, it depends on your parents' personalities, even. I'm sorry if the ads are weird. I genuinely have no idea what they would be. So if your parents are, more confrontational, then I would take a very slow and steady approach, and, you know, preface them by saying, hey, no matter what happens here, you know, we still love each other, so let's not, preface it by saying, let's not raise our voices, let's not yell, let's not try to take it out on each other. And if they're non-confrontational, then you might need to do something different and start one, unfortunately. It's really hard. Coming out is so hard. But unfortunately, you will be doing that the rest of your life. You don't really stop coming out to people. And if what they need is time, hint at it, and let them come to terms with it as well. Because you've had years to think about these things, and they've had minutes when you tell them. I bet it was shocking to you, too. Yeah, here, I'll just mod Gabe. Oh, that's right. My Twitch doesn't work. Wait. I'm just modding the first one of you I see. Okay, this is a temporary modding, by the way. I'm so sorry. I don't plan to keep people as mods who I don't know, but I'm doing it for this because I need to. Anyways, there you go. You should be a mod now. I am lucky to have supportive parents now. I did not always. But people change, which is why I have supportive parents. I'm autistic, and when my parents yell at me, I can't help but yell back at them. You can't yell at the autistic people or take it seriously very negatively. I feel like that's very generalizing, but if that's true for you, because I'm autistic too, and that's not true for me, but if that's true for you, then that's one thing. You need to, I think you need to tell them exactly what you just told me. Because, half the time when you guys are asking me how to communicate with somebody that you feel a certain way, you just need to tell them exactly what you would tell me that you need to communicate to them. Because, if I was a parent and my kid was like, hey, I get really overwhelmed when you yell in this way, and I can't do what you want me, I want to do what you want me to do, but I can't do what you want me to do because my brain will not let me function in that way unless I have, unless I have the ability to hear my thoughts, and I can't do that when you're yelling. And so things like that, if I was a parent, I would take that very well, and I would probably never yell at my kid again. You keep telling them, but they don't understand it, and so they keep doing so. I need you to point it out in the moment, probably. Be like, hey, see how you just yelled at me? I can't do what you want now because you yelled at me. You have to set up these boundaries with people, because if you keep running yourself into the mud and it's harmful, all they're going to see is that person's being dramatic. That's what I had to do. Pretty girl, a friend of mine asked me to kiss her, but I refused because I couldn't get over a girl that all my friends hate. They make fun of me, ironically, because I refused her, and sometimes I feel bad about it. So you actually refused her for a very fucking good reason, in my opinion. Never go into a relationship if you're not ready for one, and you don't sound like you were ready for one, and you knew that, and you communicated that, and didn't start one because of that. You've done better than a lot of other people have done, because a lot of people would have just started a new relationship to get over an old one, and that's not cool. And so I'm very proud of you for not doing that. You strongly believe you have autism, but your mother refuses to try and get you a diagnosis and start the diagnosis process. What should you do? So a diagnosis is neither a death sentence nor a savior, if you understand what I mean. So, if you know my story, I was told by a medical professional that had the ability to diagnose me that I do have autism. But she said if we start the paperwork process for that, if we do that and I give you a piece of paper that says you're autistic, then you might not be able to foster kids one day, because some autistic people struggle with empathy, and I don't believe that you struggle with that. And so I didn't get the piece of paper. And so officially, on the record, medically, I am not autistic. But I know that I am, and so I set up boundaries with people, and I deal with life in that way, and I go through life as an autistic person, telling people and trying to, I give myself grace for things that I know are autistic traits, even if I don't have a paper that tells me I need to, You can still live your life in that way, especially with people who aren't your parents, because sometimes parents just don't listen. You can still live your life in that way without 100% sure knowing. Because what that does is it starts the journey of, oh, this is how I need to treat it. This is how I need to cope. You can find out how autistic people cope with their traits and do some of those same things to help you become, a normal member of society without having a piece of paper. How do you tell your parents you're gay or lesbian? Your father is homophobic as hell. Maybe don't yet. If it's not safe to come out, don't. was safe for me to come out, and I mean, kind of. It was kind of safe for me to come out, and I didn't. I got outed because I had a girlfriend, and my mom read my diary that was under my bed. My favorite dinosaur is the Dilophosaurus. Anyways, if it's not safe, don't get a girlfriend and don't come out, and which sucks. But what sucks more? Being ridiculed in your house for another how many years? Or being single for a little bit? You can, when you're 18, you can live your life however you want. But unfortunately, and this is how it should not be, but it is how it is, that there are a lot of just terrible parents out there who will never understand. And I don't know your situation. People do change. Mine did, but I don't know that yours will, because some don't. Yeah, be single or be a target. That's a perfect way to put that. Wow. So my girlfriend cheated on me. I have a feeling you know who this is, and this is 4 to 5 weeks ago. Yeah, I do know who this is. And you have a new girlfriend, but you're a big overthinker about people cheating on me because of experience of cheating. My new girlfriend has a bunch of guy friends, and I'm scared she would be cheating. I'm going to try not to say her name in this answer. But I think that you need to communicate that to her. I mean, obviously that's a sore spot for you. That's a point of mistrust that has been trained into you. From Quinn is at a social media, or not a social media, marketing thing. She's like a test subject for something. Anyways, but you need to tell her that, because, I mean, as somebody who has dated people who got cheated on, and who is dating somebody who got cheated on, you need to explain what sorts of things look like cheating to you, what sorts of things feel like cheating to you, and what sorts of things even cause that anxiety in you, so that you can receive the reassurance you need. It's not saying that you have, the right to tell I don't think you would, but the right to tell your girlfriend, hey, you can't hang out with your guy friends. But what kind of reassurance do you need when she does that makes you feel safe with that, and that makes you trust her and them more? Of course I say hi. Hello. My parents saw my scars and then began telling me I was just like my biological mom. How can I deal with this? Self-harm has been rough for me to stop. Oh boy. So, first of all, that's an evil thing to do to you. To dismiss pain and just and not even blame it on something, just to make it seem insignificant and like an unavoidable trait is awful. That is so terrible, and I'm so sorry, because that's never how anybody should speak to another human being. For the record, how you feel is completely unique to you. Your pain is unique to you. Yes, depression in and of itself can be hereditary, but that does not mean what your feeling is. Okay? The causes of your pain and your suffering are completely unique. And that means that your solutions are unique, and that means that your relationships should be unique as well. And if you need resources, I will happily give them to you. Thank you, Layla. I try. You're in love with your best friend, and you want to tell her, but you're scared it's going to ruin your friendship, because you really like her, and you can't imagine her without a day without her. So, I think there are only a couple reasons you should ever tell somebody that you like them. Well, first of all, I think I'm against, like, fake relationships. So that's not really fair if she's in a friendship and you're in a crush. So I think that's a good enough reason on its own. I think you owe it to her to say that. But also, it gets to a point eventually that, like, what's more worth it to you? Having never being friends for as long as you can, or getting an answer, whatever that answer might be. I mean, it might be the best answer possible. Usually, I'm gonna say this. Usually, girls can tell if you have a crush on them, but they're gonna be unsure. Like, every relationship I've been in has been with a former best friend. I'm just gonna say that. And unless one of you actually makes a move and says something, that's where you're gonna stay. Or else you'll just be in weird, flirty friendships that are unreasonably close for the rest of your life. Your parents found out you were gay because 2 boys bullied you. This led to a lot of harassment for you and the 2 boys. That's why your mom found out, and she thinks she's pretending it's not true. But you sometimes get upset about it. So I actually went through something similar, where even after being outed and finding out, my parents were still in denial about it. Because I thought the issue would be, you're gay? Why are you gay? You should not be. Not, you're gay? No, you're not. Liar. Even though they read my diary. And I was, and that's why they were mad at me. That comes with a lot of feelings that parents aren't ready for, because for a lot of parents, that's completely uncharted territory. A lot of people don't know any gay people. Hi, Leo. No, it's not the wrong time. It's never the wrong time. And so once your parents actually work through those feelings, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of productive conversations. But ignoring it is a stage of coming to terms with huge change. If they can't handle that thought yet, then maybe it's best to not make them handle that thought yet. It's not your responsibility, but it comes down to how good you want your relationship with your mom to be. It sounded like you're no gay in a homophobic way, but then I realized. Oh, yeah. Hang on. I'm sorry you were getting bullied too. I'm a girl and I have a guy friend, but we aren't dating and he likes me, but I don't like him and I feel really bad. Wait, okay, I'm sorry. I have to start over. I was totally thinking about something I just read. I'm a girl and I have a guy friend and we aren't dating and he likes me, but I don't like him and I feel really bad because he knows I don't like him, but sometimes he flirts with you. He knows you don't like him and he still flirts with you? That's a little weird. I mean, I don't know why he's doing this to himself. That sounds kind of immature and sad. But it's not, it's definitely not your fault. Like, the last thing it is your fault. You're just sitting there. You've already communicated, or at least to the best of your abilities communicated, that you don't like him. And he's hoping for a chance that you've shown him doesn't exist, and that's not okay, but also probably some form of denial. Game name, it's just How to Train Your Dragon in Roblox. You're 15, and I was 15, and back when I was 13, there was this boy in my class, and he wouldn't quit touching me, so one day he finally started grabbing my thigh and stuff on the lunchroom, and I think you need to tell an adult about that. Now. They're not going to be mad, and if they are mad, that's wrong. But kids often overestimate the amount that their parents will blame them for them being a victim. You not speaking up about it is the only bad thing here. Okay? And I understand that that's hard. But I really need you to tell an adult. And I know how hard that is, trust me. But I need you to tell somebody you trust. It could be a teacher, it could be a school counselor, it could be your mom. It doesn't matter. Somebody who has power of the situation at all needs to know. It doesn't have to be everybody, but they need to know. Your nan passed away over 2 years ago, but you can't let go of your final conversation. It was an argument, and my father refused to let me go to her funeral. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I would probably feel the same way. That's so awful. I don't know why on earth he wouldn't let you go to a funeral. You can all play with me. We're all playing Roblox and my joins are on, so if you want to come play, you can. Oh my god. Some people's parents, man. The thing that pisses me off most in the world are bad parents. Oh, we can. There. Can you hear every breath now? Oh, my hair. Hang on. It's hot in here. Can you hear every breath now? I wish you told me that. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Anyways. But the thing that pisses me off most, because the most vulnerable thing in the world is a child that does not know the world. And to take advantage of that, even neglectfully and unintentionally, is one of the worst things I can think of. Because that truly damages a person for the rest of their life. And you'll be finding out when you're my age that your parents did some pretty messed up things that you didn't even realize. Oh, thank you. I love my outfit too. I'm trans, female to male, and I'm having a hard time coming out. I just got my hair cut. And I just got my hair cut, and a bit ago my BFF said if I cut my hair short, she'd stop being friends with me. Not a real friend. I also already got bullied and don't want more. My mom just found out about your self-harm. What should you do about both these things? So, cut off your best friend, dude. I don't care why that is, whether it's religious or whether she's been indoctrinated or he's been indoctrinated into thinking that. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You're really gonna cut somebody off over their haircut? Like, they cut their hair, not your trust. That's literally so dumb. Sorry, because you look and feel like, because you look a certain way due to your own choice. Ask her if there's any haircut that she would get that she would feel it's reasonable for you to completely cut her off for. Nice to meet you too, Bennett. You don't know how to tell your mom you like women? I'm so serious, guys. That varies on the situation so much. Like, you have to tell me more. Now, using your religion as an excuse to stop thinking, to not understand, or to hate anybody, that's not religion. That's control and ignorance. You keep getting bullied in school, you've reported it to adults, and you're not getting the help you need. What should you do? God. Are you reporting it to the right adults? Because sometimes parents only have so much power, and sometimes specific teachers or counselors only have so much power. You gotta go to the top of things. Like, who actually has power here? Tell them and make it very clear that you're not going to do nothing if they don't do something. Because things that are above the school, like harassment is against the actual law. Almost everywhere, so it doesn't matter where you are. If somebody's harassing you, you can threaten to call the police if they don't do something, and that will scare their asses. I swear they will do something if they think you're going to call the cops. Because then you can sue the school for negligence. I'm so sorry, you're probably hearing a lot of hissing. I want to get my teeth fixed. I wish they were fixed. These two front teeth point inward just a little bit, and so I hate it because I can't make normal S sounds. It's so annoying. I'm so sorry. One day I wrote on a note and I was planning on doing something. You didn't notice? That's just, I guess that shows how much other people really care about our own insecurities, huh? One day I wrote a note and I was planning on doing something when I came home from school and I was pulled into the counselor's office and had to lie about the fresh thing on my arm. They didn't contact my parents because I begged them not to. I think it's kind of illegal not to tell your parents, first of all, so that's a little weird. But, I'm so sorry. Half the reason, like, one of the reasons a lot of kids do certain things to themselves is because they feel lack of control over their own lives. And to take away more control by being like, we're gonna tell everyone, is just about the worst thing I can imagine doing as a solution. I'm so sorry. I'm not the face model for Dina. Castina Caradonna is. I think that's her name. But thank you. I am so sorry about the ads. Did you know, fun fact, did you know that if you subscribe, you get 0 ads? Actually, the people who need to hear this can't hear me. Can somebody relay into the chat that if you sub, you get 0 ads? Alright. I'm 14 and I'm gay, but I'm scared to come out because my aunt is also gay and she has some really bad situations. I am trying to read all the not gonna lies. I now have hundreds of not gonna lies, so I'm selecting. Don't you worry. I'm doing my best. Situations with her wife. Wait. Your aunt is also gay, and she had some really bad situations with her wife and her mental health. I was scared for my family because they will not accept me because of their experience with her. So they need to understand that every person is different. Their experience is not yours. And so it's easy to generalize, but it's very immature to say that every person of any certain criteria would react a certain way to any situation. That's like, it's kind of like if they saw somebody of a certain race committing a crime, would they automatically assume that everyone on that race commits crimes? If so, then they're just really problematic people. But if not, maybe you can use that as an example to explain to them who you are in relation to them. I feel really bad. Let's wait right here for the people with ads. I know, that's what I'm afraid of, is that I'm gonna read somebody's that isn't here. Don't worry. We're taking a little pause. How do you deal with the phone? Oh my goodness, Sage, that's awful. Tell me when the people with ads are back. Look at Toothless, he's so funny. Oh my goodness, there's so many. You just got 6? Oh god, we're gonna be here forever. I thought everybody gets ads at the same time. Okay. This summer, I realized that I have no true friends, and I don't know how to feel about that. I know of some amazing online communities for you. You've never gotten an ad on either of our streams and you're not subbed? That's weird. You have one more ad? Okay, okay. We'll wait. We'll wait for your one more ad. Oh, what? Give me a fish. Nope. Okay, come up now. There we go. Oh, big one. I don't have a Discord server at this moment. Of course. I have all of my I forgot to eat my nuggets. I have all my comfort things. I want you to too. Sage, that's not your job. I love you enough to tell you. I don't know you, but I care about who you are. That is not your job. And I know you love her, but that's not really fair. Oh my god. Somebody said I can't own a Stormcutter in real life and it makes me sad. Help, I guess. Sad too. You need to be 18 to get a role without and go anywhere without your parents. Unless you forge signatures, you have to have guardians. How tall am I? 6'4". I want to break up with my boyfriend. Break up with him. Because I'm like 90% sure that I like girls, but I don't want to break up with him because he's such a good person. But I don't feel anything anymore, and I don't feel as comfortable doing more physical affection things with him. But with my females, I like it. Okay. So it was either you or Izzy. Break up with him. I was in that same situation. That is so not fair to him. I didn't immediately, to be honest. I waited until after Valentine's Day. Subs? Subs? How many? Thank you so much. Wait, who was it? Who gifted 5 subs? Mine's not, it's not loading at all. Who? You guys gotta tell me. Dwill? Oh, thank you so much, dude. Making my day over here. How tall is my girlfriend? 4'7". You need to dump him. I waited until after Valentine's Day. If there's any big holidays coming up, wait till after because you have freedom with this. But you know what the best reason to break up with somebody is to hear? Like, at least it's not personal. Let him know that he was a great boyfriend and that it's not about him at all. Because that's what I did with mine. Like, I was so sad because I was his first girlfriend. But, you know, you can't just stay with somebody for their sake. Do I prefer texting or FaceTime? Definitely FaceTime. Actually, I guess it depends on the day, but usually FaceTime. You had a really bad day and you requested to me, I don't like you, but I really like that person and now I'm sad. Well, I'd be sad too. That's kind of openly blatant and rude. I don't like you. What role does social media play in my mental health? Well, when we get hate, I mean, it's obviously worse, but I'm just shooting at nothing now. But usually I don't really let it affect me as much. I went into it with the intention of not caring. And I have to say I care a little bit, of course, because I love all of you. And if this were to be taken away, then I would be very sad. I love streaming and I love you guys. And I love cosplaying and posting with my girlfriend. But so far, it hasn't put any negative effects on our relationship, at least. We've always been a team. People hate on me because me and Quinn have a 2-year age gap. even though there's 0 power dynamic and we're evenly matched and everything. It's like, a sophomore and a senior dating in high school, but we were older than that when we started dating still. So, like, that's the age gap. We're 2 grades apart. And right now, we're actually 1 grade apart. She starts school so much sooner than I do. But anyways, that's the only reason I get hate. No, yeah, people are so chronically online. It was hurtful for a little while because I'd never received internet hate, but then I was like, why do you care? Negatively. Like, you spent time of your day making memes of me? While I'm over here being in love? You made memes of me? I'm in love with a girl I met at summer camp. It's always summer camp. It's always summer camp. I just realized she goes to the same school as me, and I don't know if I should talk to her or no because I think she's straight. I mean, talk to her. You can only find out if you ask. It's pretty easy to figure out if somebody's gay. Most of the time you can just ask by talking about your own experience, which is how I found out a lot of people were gay. But if you can't do that, here's my favorite trick in the world. Play a duet song in the car, like with a guy and a girl, and see if she sings the guy part. Even for femmes, this works so well. I'm so for real. Oh, I hate biphobia. Get a life. It is diabolical, but I've used it, and without fail, it's been correct every time. Even when the most feminine of people. Because they're people who... The only times this hasn't happened for me are when it's somebody bisexual and they actually already have a boyfriend, because they have a man to put in that... they have a man to put in that place in their mind. But if they have a boyfriend, then they're not. I mean, they're taken, so it doesn't matter anyway. But, like, I'm so serious, I've never failed. Okay, anyways. I've been depressed since 2024. My mom knows, and I can't tell her when I'm feeling sad. Why can't you tell her? What would she do if you told her that you were sad? I hate parents. God damn it. What? Do you try the duet thing if they say they have the music taste of a deaf medieval peasant? I mean, you could still try the Bohemian Rhapsody, couldn't you? There you go. See if they sing the High Galileos. Galileo, 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 Galileo. Then you'll know. $130? That's so... Thank you, guys. I love that you're here, and I'm so grateful for you. Yeah, that's true. Everybody sings the High Galileos. Brian, you went with more girls than guys, and you literally get called lesbian by your own friends. You don't have to prove your sexuality to anybody. That's weird that people call you a lesbian without... Like, they're validating the wrong sexuality after you set up that boundary. That's so strange. People do that to Quinn all the time, but she's on her own journey, and I don't think that it affects her much, but it used to. I'm a pro-human being. What should you eat? Well, what do you have? I don't know the ingredients that are in your fridge. Preferably something fresh, like fruit and vegetables. Vegetables over fruit, too. Do I believe people can change? I do. I believe they can change to a certain degree. I don't believe it's ever a miracle. I'm a lot more mask presenting usually. I do have days where I feel in between, but never really super femme. Pro-human being. Your mom told me she'd support you if you were bi, but she was drunk, so I don't know how to say it. Wow. So, I mean, drunk words are sober thoughts, man. She'd probably still support you in my IMO. You're eating a carrot and you wanted me to know. I'm so glad. Goodbye. Have a good day or night. How do you deal with fake friends? It's so hard to leave them because then I would have no one. Wouldn't you rather be alone? Like, at least, like, I'm not hanging out with friends right now. I could be hanging out with super fake friends right now, but instead I'm doing something I like. And yeah, I'm with all of you, but I mean, technically, I'm alone. But I'm doing what I want to do instead of doing something I don't want to do with people who don't actually like me. Once you get over FOMO, your life is amazing. Quinn does still have her footballs, and they're the darkest henna she has, and it's the funniest thing I've ever done. Ooh. Person whose ex-friend and ex-girlfriend and their ex forced you to do uncomfortable things. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I think that you really need to tell people about this. Not kids. Like not teenagers. I think you need to tell people who have been through it and find a support group and go to therapy for it. Spinach wraps. Yes, eat a spinach wrap. You're suffering a lot from existential crisis and you're afraid of death, but more than death, you're afraid of the unknown after death. You've thought about this every day. From the moment you wake up, you've had this thought directly. I went through a phase like that. And that's part of the journey of realizing that there isn't anything. I've mostly come to terms with the fact that there's absolutely nothing after I die. And I mean, it wouldn't even make sense that there would be something after I die. There's no reason to believe that other than people told me that. But once you... I promise it will pass. It's called a crisis because it's temporary. If it wasn't temporary, it wouldn't be called a crisis. It'd be called life. But it's not. It's just you coming to terms with life. And that's hard. And soon it won't be. I promise. Can you be gay and religious? Absolutely. You can be gay in anything. Girlfriend, you could be whatever you want. I want to break up with my boyfriend, but if I do, he will tell the whole school I was mean and then I hit him and say that I stole a lot of money from him. I mean, are you saying this as a confession of what will get exposed, or are you saying this as a he will tell a lie? Because if you did hit him, then he should probably tell people. But if not, then you can always start the thing. You know? You can be like, hey, guys, I think he plans to lie about me. Or you can at least say he's threatened to lie about me when you break up with him. You could even post that on your story, so that if he does that, like, it's a little weird to post if he doesn't, but if he does do that, people will be like, oh, well, he's just kind of doing exactly what she said he would do. Oh, it's my dad's TV. Yeah, it is. You're bi, and your parents support lesbian and gay, but they say being bi is greedy. Being bi is greedy. You heard it here first, folks. Allowing yourself to like two genders? Greed. How much do you need in this life? Two genders? That's insane. The biphobia goes crazy. Clarify that does not mean So you're gonna have a boyfriend and a girlfriend. If you're not poly, I guess. Guys, drink water. Biphobia is like homophobia, except it's exclusively about bi people. My friends keep flirting with me, and I'm so confused because she's bi, but I've not come out to... You're typing, man. I've not come out yet, and I know friends flirt, but I don't know what to do. I mean, it's a weird thing to ask, but do you like it? Because, like, it seems like you don't know the difference between fake flirting and real flirting. Here. Do I like Toothless and How to Train Your Dragon? Little bit. A smidge. Watch this, though. Wait. Fine. Wait. We're gonna do a little spinny spin. Whee! You need to set up boundaries with people who flirt if you don't want them to flirt. Don't allow that. I want to make more friends, but it's hard for me to talk to people. Do you have any tips on things I could say and things that I could do to help me? So, everybody says this, but I'm going to say it a little better. When I say be yourself, imagine if I was like sneaking around trying to talk to people and talk about their interests instead of mine. Would that, and let's say that they were like, oh my gosh, we have so much in common, when I just kind of made all of it up and just agreed with them. I would be so unhappy and empty, because it would be a fake friendship, but I would unintentionally be the fake friend because I would be scared that I was going to be lonely. But you'll rapidly discover that people are pretty cool. Like, and other people know that too. If you're unapologetically yourself, confidence is one of the most attractive friendship traits there is. I know people who are super awkward and have a ton of friends. I know people who are, like, have zero interests and have a ton of friends because they're just little weirdos. I know people who have every interest in the world and still have friends. I know, like, every single... Don't pretend. If you don't pretend and you are unapologetic, you will not only draw people in, but you'll draw the right people in. Might not remember me, but I was that person from a few months ago best friend who came up to my house with a knife. I just want to do an update. We got in another argument, and I almost fought, and I ended up breaking up the friendship after SH, but keeps trying to be friends still. He brought a knife to your house. That's not... When I said you have to set up boundaries with people, sometimes that means literally, like, you have to put a barricade in front of your door kind of boundary. 'Cause that's not cool. Parents keep calling you fat and force you to have one meal a day and something small like a carrot if you get hungry at night. Oh my god. First of all, I think children under, like, 17, if they're overweight, that's the parents' fault. Obviously there are exceptions, which are kids that, like, you know, are disadvantaged and can't afford healthy foods. But it's a parent's job to feed you enough and feed you the right kind of food. So you should never be hungry. They should be feeding you the right amount of the right kind of food, and they are not doing that. And they are also killing your self-esteem for literally no reason. I don't have a good example of this because I was going to be like, do you think when I put my cat on a diet, I call her fat? Because I do. But it's a cat, so she doesn't understand me. But if my cat could understand me, I would absolutely never say anything negative to her about herself. She's too sweet. Like, she didn't do anything wrong. She's just a cat. And it was our responsibility to take care of her. Your dad has never really been... I gotta stop reading these in second person. My dad has never really been there for me, and your mom is always working, but your dad is emotionally manipulated towards me, and I don't think it's fair, but I also don't want to be stupid, so I don't tell my mom. Should I? I definitely think you should. I definitely think you should. Because... don't give up. I hate saying like cliche phrases like that, but giving up on your family dynamic is going to be worse for you in the long run. What would you rather be able to say in therapy? Like, imagine you're talking to your therapist about the entirety of your life. What would they tell you? Let's communicate with your mom about this issue. Not keep it to yourself. Suck it up. My father walked out on me. My brothers and mom are on one of my birthdays, and now my brothers refuse to recognize that day as my birthday, and more of blank years since he left. Wait. Oh my God. I think if they refuse to celebrate that because it became a day of pain for them, you could try reminding them how happy they were when you were born. But if that wouldn't work, then you can pick a different day and be like, how about we celebrate my birthday on this day? Which sucks! That sucks! But if you want your family to be there and celebrate, then that might be the compromise you have to make. I've been asking my parents to get me therapy of some sort because some sort of medication because it's been getting to the point where I don't want to be here anymore. And they aren't helping. What do you do? Well, I think asking them that is a great idea. Are they just not doing it? You need to communicate to them, like, hey, I want to be a healthy, normal, functioning human being and member of society one day, and I cannot do that if my mind is this way, and I cannot fix it by myself. I need help. I'm a kid. And nothing that's been happening so far is helping. And if they would feel incompetent for that, like if they're doing things to try and help and it's not helping, you can totally be like, I appreciate everything you've been doing, but respectfully, you're not a medical professional. And even though you're like doing your best, I love everything you're doing. Like, I appreciate that you care enough about me to try and help, but I need you to care enough about me to let other people help too, so that we can all be happier and this can be easier on all of us. I don't know how to tell my parents I'm bisexual. I don't either, girl. Or guy. Or the person. You know, you gotta... I need more context than this. All my friends dropped me this summer, and I'm not sure what to do. And I'm not a very talky person. Maybe you have any tips on how to make friends. Oh. Okay, so I don't often recommend online communities, like not often, but I know it can help. Like, online communities can be sometimes so beautiful and a good starting brick. What starts conversations online can sometimes start conversations in real life too. Also, get involved in your communities. Like, you can, by doing volunteer work, you can make friends because you're both fighting for the same cause, helping the same people or animals or whatever you're doing. It's a great way. Co-workers can also become friends. If you still go to school, definitely join clubs. That's a huge way. And it doesn't sound like a one-off. Like, you're not signing a piece of paper that's like, I'm going to be friends with these people. You're just giving yourself an opportunity. And you'll thank yourself for it in the long run. But only join clubs of things you actually want to do as well. I was reading a mental health thing. Game. I talked to my friend about a lot of stuff I found out. She said nasty stuff about my SH and called me weird, but then argued with me when I outed her when I did absolutely nothing to her. By outed her, I'm assuming you meaning exposed what she said about you. Well, I mean, yeah, I'd be pissed too if I was an asshole and then suddenly got exposed for being an asshole. Doesn't mean she's right for it. I think that you need to drop her, and that can be as public or private as you want. Because that's not funny. What she did wasn't funny. What she did wasn't quirky. It wasn't fun. It wasn't even immature. It was just mean. Unless she legitimately doesn't understand what that means for a person, then that's just mean. How did you become comfortable with being queer outside of your home? Like, without being scared? So, to be honest, sometimes it never stops. In my hometown, I don't have a lot of PDA with Quinn. In California, I can, because, like, half of everyone in California is some kind of fruity. But in certain places, it's dangerous. And so I don't. Guys, do you see my toothless pop socket? That's right. Even the phone matches. Anyways. It comes with time. How can you tell you're queer? Well, most straight people don't ask that question, but if they do, it's because they have a lot of queer friends. Usually. Because a lot of straight people don't even think about it. But because I've had straight friends that mistakenly thought they were queer. But it always comes from a place of, like, do you think that if you were with the same gender, you would be missing out on something? Can you see somebody of the same gender as a partner for you? Not just, I like them, I could kiss them, I could probably go on dates with them. Yeah, that wouldn't be absolutely miserable. Can you see them as somebody that you rely on for the rest of your life? Can you think of anybody of a gender that you could rely on for the rest of your life and wake up happy every day in that life? If so, might be queer. It is not normal for parents to take doors away. I hate parents that take doors away, and that is so strange and wrong, and an invasion of privacy, which you should be entitled to. You feel like you've been living on the same day repeat for years. How do you finally start living? Get involved in your communities. Branch out with friends. Talk to people that you wouldn't normally talk to, for sure. You can always start living by experiencing new things, so try new foods. Do something spontaneous. Go dancing. Find a place that has dancing. Go to a concert of a band you've never even heard of. Surprise yourself. I hadn't come out to my mom yet, and I had a girlfriend when I was around my mom and her. I acted so distant around my girlfriend so my mom wouldn't think anything. Girlfriend, and she broke up with me, but I still really like her and I don't know what to do. So I think your question is more around, should you tell your mom? Only if it's safe. Don't tell people who aren't safe to tell. I didn't. They told themselves and then denied it and then told themselves again. You're toothless. What if we just... You want to all meet on top of this mountain? If you're in this game, let's go. Let's meet on top of the mountain. Oh, there's one. Hello, Rebecca. You're currently crying because your mom told you to basically fend for yourself because she was tired of asking me for lunch. She's tired of you asking for lunch money for school. It sounds like your mom is definitely the problem. Holy. Your mom is refusing to feed you? That's illegal. And if you're threatening to do something about it by going and getting your own food and she's not letting you, that's weird. And she has an issue with both pride and prejudice. Alright, now we're gonna dive down the mountain. Whee! We take the rings. If I ever find out that I've done something as a parent that causes my kid to come on a mental health stream for another teenager and ask them for help, I will cry. I will have failed as a parent. I'm asking my parents to get me therapy or medication. I already answered that one. Right. You're 19, you're bisexual. Could you tell your parents you've had both men and women crushes for as long as you can remember? Yeah, I mean, tell them if you can. You're safe. If you're financially independent, especially tell them. No point in living a lie. My mom threatened to pretend to be me and break up with my boyfriend and also threatened to send me to a therapist because I'm mentally unstable. Apparently I told her I don't want to go. She said I don't care. It sounds like she's unstable, like extremely mentally unstable. To threaten to break up with somebody. This isn't something normal people do. You ever met a mature person where certain things would never even come up with them and you're like, that's just their personality, but it's actually their level of maturity that's so much greater than that of anybody you've known or your parents especially? That's what I hope for you. I need you to play the comparison game and ask yourself, no matter what their child did, would other people's parents pretend to be them and break up with their significant others for any reason? No. Your parent is supposed to be a source of help for you, not a threat. Father of 241, and counting. Okay, quick adoption head count for this stream. If you want to be adopted, send me one hand heart emoji like this. Don't do it twice, because then I will get a wrong head count. 1, 2, 3. Gabe, you're already adopted. 4, 5, 6, 7. Paige, you're already adopted. 6, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of you. I'm just going to go with 20 more, so I'll put 261. Because I'm so sure that most of you are already adopted. Thank you, Lip. Last night your dad touched your thigh twice in a row. It brought back flashbacks of another thing that another person did. But this time you don't know if your dad meant to touch you inappropriately. Uh-oh. Oh dear. You don't know if your dad... You don't know your dad well enough to know if that was intentional? Your dad is so weird that you don't know if he intentionally touched you like that? That's a question? 41! You know what? Fine. Father of 81. Coming soon. 281. Quinn is not here at the moment. She's currently at her marketing research study. So she's not home. But she will be... I will let you know when she is. After she's at the study, she's going to her aunt's house. So it's going to be a minute. Freshman year, day 3 done? Oh, congrats. Were you the one that went to college early or the Avery that is in high school? I act like a boy, but I'm a girl. Some people have said that. There, I'm moving my chair. You're a girl. Some people have said that. I have not many friends because of that dude. All my cousins are boys. I have 3 brothers. Not like much contact to girls. Every girl I want to talk to in class are like, you act like a boy. That's so hard. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay, Avery. I'm sorry that your masculinity, or your masculine traits are, like, becoming the only thing people know about you. That is awful. If you want to be friends with girls, you could always say, if they're like, you act like a boy, you could always be like, yeah, well, I'm not. I was just raised with them. I'm so sorry. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry that people fear how cool you probably are. Women that have mastered masculinity, fucking unstoppable. I'm finally going back to school after being away for most of the year and being bullied and getting caught in drama, but I'm excited but scared and I don't know what to do with myself. I didn't finish Cyberpunk yet, no. I am wishing you the best of luck with that. That's probably really hard and probably really scary, but we are all rooting for you. And you got this. What's my favorite song? I don't know right now. A girl I like told me she had a dream about me. In her words, you looked good in my dream. You looked good in my dream. She also always flirts with me. But I can't tell if it's a friend's way. She also likes girls. But ever since she told me about her dream, she has not had a full conversation with me. She likes you and she's scared that you just rejected her. Lesbians, bro. By the way, friends don't usually flirt jokingly, or at least fully jokingly, if it's just them. What is, guys, I'm so curious. Don't put this in the not gonna lie, just tell me in chat. What is the biggest hint you ever saw somebody not take? Because that's up there. Yeah, you've probably gone on several dates without knowing their dates, by the way. Literally making out with them. My God. Sage. Well, it sounds like your sister has her own issues, Sage, so maybe she has a little bit of a pass, but... You know what? No, that's ableist. That's a hint that literally being in love, you should tell. Anyways. Hey, please don't spam the same message over and over. At least spread it out, man. Like, if I don't get to it, I'm currently 36 minutes behind in Not Gonna Lies. Because there are so many. So, I'm really sorry. But some of you are sending, like, the same message 5 times, thinking that I'm just ignoring you, and I'm not. I've asked my parents to get me therapy. Oh, I already answered that. Oh my God, you spammed this message like 20 times. I have a crush on a girl I met in a mental hospital. She lives in Hawaii, and I live in California. I feel like we connected for those 2 weeks. I feel like she got me, but I'll never see her again. So I feel, this is my completely honest opinion, just based on that circumstance and not knowing anything about your actual relationship, that is a trauma bond. That is genuinely a trauma bond. And I'm really sorry. Guys, if you sub, I'm just saying, you won't get any ads and you can hear super cool, awesome advice, super cool things. I know, I'm being crazy right now. I love it when y'all taunt them, it's really funny. Somebody say, they did what? Holy shit! If I'm encouraging you to get a job so that you can watch 7 more minutes an hour of my stream, then I'm awesome. And that's awesome for you. You should get a job. Okay. Now that we're back from all that crazy stuff. Anyways. If I read one more of this exact same message, I'm gonna block the sender. Am I going to university? Yeah. I'm actually in the middle of filling out my application to try and transfer to California. My brother told me he was going to knife emoji himself, but he lives alone, and I've told my parents, but they don't believe me, and have told me I'm banned from calling anyone outside my contact list. That includes the police and ambulance. What do I do? You can't be like, no. I think that's illegal. Subs? Thank you so much, Riley. Is it the one? How many do I thank you for? Thank you so much, Riley. Anyways. You have to be able to contact authorities. Even if that means buying a new phone, that's literally a life and death situation. Point blank. No pun intended. A girl kissed me at the summer camp. Summer camp again. Yesterday she was at the park and she just ignored me. Should I talk to her about it or just pretend like nothing happened? I think you should. Thank you so much, Riley. Thank you. I think that, I think you shouldn't just go up and be like, hey, so how about that kiss? Don't side-eye her or anything. Just be like, you know, you can start flirting. See if it'll happen again. And if it happens twice, whether you cause it or not, if you want to kiss this person, if not, ignore them. But if you want to kiss this... Thank you so much, Riley! Nice, thank you! If you want to kiss them, let's see if, like, you can flirt into it twice. And if you can flirt into it twice, then you need to talk about what you are. Once can be impulsive, twice is intentional, and now the basis of something that could become a relationship. Love the position you pull in right now. Love you so much. I have to hold my phone. Okay, let's see. Oh my god, the same message. Oh my god, the same message. Oh my god, the same message. Oh, one more time, the same message. Oh, a 30th time, the same message. Yeah, so I'm gonna just have to block you. Because I've read 20 of your message. Sub? Thank you so much, Riley. Oh, my mother. I'm back. So somebody said, how do I handle hate on a live? Usually there are mods But even if there aren't, my chat is amazeballs and kind of attacks anybody who gets caught hating or being weird. And I kind of love it so much. Like I have my own little army of defenders in here. What should I do? My ex-girlfriend pranked me on a live stream telling me that she wanted to get back together. I cried so hard after that my nose bled. That's not funny! Oh, of course I want it. Yes, please. Sub, thank you so much. Is that Riley again? Thank you. Thank you. I'm so sad for this person. I'm genuinely upset about that. What the fuck? Imagine being in love with somebody and they tell you they want you back and it's just a prank. And, hot take, it's not just a prank because it's live streamed. I would cry so hard my nose bled too. Stay here. No one's gonna hurt you in here. I just want to like... Ugh. I feel protective over you guys. Like I want to wrap you all in packing peanuts and keep you here. So nothing can hurt you. Yes, you should forgive your little sister. I like that. Ah! Oh, I didn't even press the thing. Okay. I had a crush on my best friend for years, but she has a boyfriend and I recently told her I liked her and she kissed me. Now I feel horrible because she still has a boyfriend and I don't know how to feel or what to do. Uh-oh. So, have you confirmed that the boyfriend is real? Because you said she told me she has a boyfriend. Sometimes people panic and say that. So, like, is that real? And if it is real, if you're not in contact with him and can't be, you need to tell her that absolutely nothing is going to happen between you if she's cheating. Thank you, Riley. I love you guys. Because cheating, hot take guys, cheating, not cool. You are not the guiltiest party here, but don't let somebody cheat with you. You know? I'm in a trio with a very close friend and a friend I met through her, but they constantly leave me out and act like I don't exist the second we're all together. I'm always walking behind them whilst they have their own conversations, and when I speak to them, I just get ignored. I feel like I'm in the middle of a friendship. Don't hang out with them as a group. Only hang out... Yeah, cheating is a sign of emotional immaturity. Don't hang out with people who aren't actually hanging out with you. If they're hanging out with each other, let them hang out with each other. Go do your own thing. Don't even show up. That's just sucky. I hate that for you. Do I still hate you for killing Quinn and breaking point 2 in Roblox? I don't remember that you did that. I don't know who you are, so probably not. How many mental hospitals have you been to? I've been to several. I used to be like hella depressed and I wanted to off myself. I used to be in 3 different mental hospitals in the last year, the year before around the same. Life has not been good to me. I mean, personally, I've never been to a mental hospital. So unfortunately, in a lot of ways, for people who have those specific experiences, I actually can't relate to you. I've been mentally ill, of course, extremely, but I've never actually been hospitalized for it. And so I would love to give you advice and tell you that I understand exactly what you're feeling, but the truth is that I don't. I'm sorry. I would wrap you up in packing peanuts. Like, I love you guys, and the world isn't kind to you, and it's so awful, and I wish that I could do more about it. Like, if I saw your bullies, I'd beat them up. Die trying. How did me and... Thank you so much, Riley! How did me and Quinn meet? We actually met online. Riley's rich. I know my mom would be fine with me being bi, but I don't know. Oh, my girlfriend texted. Wait. I'm so sorry. I will read the rest of that, I swear. Okay. I know my mom would be fine with me being bi, but I don't know. I'm scared to tell her because I don't want it to become my whole personality, and I have people who only think that's what I am. Hi, Yella. That's crazy. Your sexuality can't be your whole personality. There's always going to be more to you than who you love. And I know looking at people like me, that's hard to tell because that's most of what you see is my relationship. But if you believe that there's only one thing to any person, then that's just very immature. How do I know if I'm bi or lesbian? Because for the most part, women. But sometimes I see a guy and I think he's attractive. But for the most part, you like women. So you can actually be bisexual with a preference. That's not unheard of. That's very common. Most bisexual people I've ever known have a preference. And that's okay. And, you know, I knew that I was a lesbian and not bi because I didn't really care for doing things with men. Like, I can still find men attractive. I'm just not attracted to them. I can look at a guy and know that he's attractive. I can look at a man and not want to actively throw up. I do all the time. I live with some, and I know that I have guy friends, you know? I voluntarily hang out with men sometimes. But, I mean, Yellow's here. He's a guy friend of mine. I don't hate him. And I know that Yellow is very handsome. I know that Nuri is very handsome as well. But that doesn't mean I'm interested in them. And I wouldn't be missing out on anything if I didn't go for them, you know? How old was I when I found out? 16 when I thought I was bi, and 17 when I knew I wasn't. A boy in my class used to hurt me, but then he stabbed me 3 times, but whenever I bring it up to my family, I never got an apology or something done about it. They tell me I was too young to understand. Was I still valid? Yes. Yes. You are still valid. That's still fucking happened, and that's awful. I hate people that ignore problems. Oh, people that just are like, well, too hard to handle. I guess my kid's traumatized, but there's not much I can do about it. Oh, I hate them. Give me some phone numbers that I can call and make a big scene about it. trust. If anything even slightly like that ever happened to my kid, somebody would be sued, somebody would be behind bars, something happened wrong, and if my kid is the victim, you better believe that their first fighter up is me. Oh, somebody posted us on Reddit. That's how it should be. Your first fighter up should be your parents. They're supposed to care about you the most, objectively. And if they don't, that's wrong, and make sure that you're not like that to your kids. Jesus. Your parents and you should be on the same team in trying to create a functional and happy human being in the world. And that human being should be you. Childhood is not actually supposed to be hard. You're supposed to kind of pillow princess life in childhood. Because they are supposed to be giving you tools for everything you need and be able to help you deal with everything. It's okay. Like, needing help is literally what childhood is for. Until you're a certain age and they don't have to do that anymore. If they're not doing that, that's not okay. Maybe I should teach a class on teaching parents how to parent. Ah! Your dad tried to hire someone to bully you? These people can't be real, bro. Like, these aren't real people. These are plants, I'm sure. I had my friends set physical boundaries, physical touch, and I respected them, and later on they did the exact same thing that I would do. But I'd set that boundary, and they completely ignored it and do it almost every day. Drop them. Drop them. Crossing boundaries is not okay. And if they've crossed a boundary and you're like, hey, I set this boundary, and you still crossed it, and they are still like, drop them, because they are not fit to be your friend. No, I'm definitely gonna be the mom that's like, we can come up with something more fun for you to do right now than hang out with fake friends. Oh, come on. Go in the water. Is it okay for my parents to say they support me being a lesbian, but they don't think it's right? So that's actually kind of the opposite of supporting you. Hot take. Logically, that makes no sense. So no, it's not okay. It's a step in the right direction, technically, but still not okay. Oh my god, I'm just clicking through that same message again. Every, like, 5 minutes, this person spammed the same message that I did actually already answer. I'm going back to... It took me so long to realize that you were trying to type the word school. You probably need to be there a little bit more. I feel bad because my social anxiety is so bad. I can only be there if I'm attached to my best friend at the hip, and I feel like I'm a burden. So, yeah, I'm going to say something that's actually kind of something you don't want to hear. Thank you so much, Elson. You cannot put the responsibility of your school life and your well-being on your friend. Your friend is also a kid. Your friend is not equipped to help you, and I think that you do need help. I think you need therapy. I don't think that you're doing something morally wrong. You're not. You're a kid that needs help, and no one is helping you. You are still a victim here, but don't create another one accidentally just trying to cope, you know? So it's okay. You're not a bad person. You're not at all. You just don't know how to deal with whatever's happening. And it's coming out in ways of, well, let me just follow you brick by brick throughout your school day. Thank you so much on the... Yeah, I do like it. Layla bought me one, too, that's going to be here soon as well. Well, soonish. End of August. Sending the same message twice is not an issue. Sending the same message 30 times, which is how much I read that message, that's an issue. But I'm not really missing any right now. Okay, so I'm an upcoming artist and a man. And I want to know how you feel about man writing lesbian characters. I don't want to write about anything too sexual, and I respect lesbians. And I just want to know how you'd feel about a man writing a lesbian character. I'm currently doing research on it. So I think especially the way that you have brought this up is extremely respectful, and props to you for that, honestly. You are probably the best example I've ever seen of somebody asking a group of people for permission to portray them. And I think that that's awesome, and I definitely think you should go for it. You're doing research. You are asking the right people. You're just asking for feelings, not saying, what should I do? You are asking the opinions of the right people. And I love this. And I think that you need to go for it. Because I honestly, personally want to see what you do. And how far you can go. And I think everyone here would be in full support of you. And right behind you. You went to an awesome jazz bar today? I have never been to a jazz bar. I want to break up with my girlfriend. Break up with your girlfriend. If it ever starts with, I want to break up with my girlfriend, but... You don't need a but. Break up with your girlfriend. But I don't know how. It's my first relationship. And I fear I went into it without thinking. She's so sweet, and I would love to be her friend. My friends won't stop shipping us together, and we just made it official without confirming if we had any feelings. Yikes. Without knowing if you had any feelings. How old are you? Want a break from the ads? Hey. I think they should make it like a bits option to get past one ad break. Like you can buy ad break passes per ad break. If you like spend a certain amount of cheers. No? Hi, Mia. Okay. Gay bits. Gay bits. Without confirming feelings is insane. Please break up. I know, right? It's a lot more than we usually have. 115 is insane. I'm really happy. People tend to like these mental health streams, though. They can put them on in the backgrounds of a lot of things and hear about issues that might even apply to them. Do you have any tips on dealing with a really bad relapse and how to deal with not wanting to be here anymore? So, relapses are hard, obviously, but healing is not a straight line, as my girlfriend would say. you can get to a place where you're like, I'm never doing that again. I'm completely healed, I barely think about it anymore. I never even think about it as something I would do anymore. And then it just hits all of a sudden. And it's okay, because you just thought you were healed when you weren't. But you'll get there. You also need to remember that you are such a valuable thing. Not just, and this is usually where a certain chatter would make like an organ donating or organ harvesting joke, but you are such a valuable thing. Your eyes have seen things that no one else has, and your arms have hugged people who probably aren't even here anymore. And your legs have carried you since you were an itty-bitty toddler and you stood up for the first time. And that toddler had never done anything wrong. And I don't think that it's fair to take it out. And to take whatever is happening in the world out on those precious, amazing parts of you. So leave me alone. You get into a rollover car accident and almost died, and now you're afraid of getting into a car. Do you have any ideas to help make the car less scary? Yeah, actually. So that's terrifying and totally valid. How do you grieve somebody who's still alive but just a different person now? I think that, honestly, the person who could answer that perfectly would be my girlfriend. Because she is currently going through that. And so most questions we can both answer, but that one specifically, Quinn would be the best for. Anyways, with the car, definitely try having other people drive for a little bit. If you drive, if you were the one driving, you just need to change the environment. So if somebody was driving, don't drive with that specific person for a little bit. And if you were driving, have other people drive for a little bit. Maybe don't go on that same road for a minute until you're comfortable in a car again. Once when I was 10 years old, I asked my dad to sleep next to me because I was scared. I woke up in the middle of the night to find him calling another woman. He was cheating on my mom. I knew what he was doing, but I was too scared to tell my mom because I didn't want them to divorce. Did you tell them now? You think for a girl it's easier to find a boy? What are you talking about? Do they know now? Because if you haven't told them yet, you totally need to. Or at least have your dad explain what on earth was happening. I broke a hole in my wall, and my mom is finally getting me therapy for my anger issues and social anxiety. Yay! But she hasn't updated me or told me she's going to actually get me help. I'm getting nervous. I don't want to burden her by asking her about it. You're gonna have to repeat the Discord server question because I didn't get to read it all. So you're not a burden. Bring it up like, I'm so excited. I'm so glad that you finally agreed to this. You registered there, which asked for age. You know what? Why don't you DM me that on Instagram in a message request or something, and I'll look for it. Because we're going to try and keep Discord questions away. I personally hate Discord. I believe that nothing good comes from Discord, ever. Actually, that's such a lie. I talk to Quinn on Discord. But mostly nothing good comes from Discord. No, not Discord DM. I will never check it. Bring it up like, hey, I'm so excited that you finally, or agreed to help me with this. Like, I'm so happy. When do you think would be a good time to get started trying to find a therapist and, you know, talking about what kinds of medication would be best and doing research on that? My mom is always telling me to be more feminine. I am a soft mask-presenting lesbian that can't come out to my family, and I primarily wear joggers and a jumper because that's just what I feel comfortable in, especially since I struggle with wearing certain things because of my autism. I don't know what, and I'm assuming what to do is the rest of that. As somebody who relates to this, I can tell you that slow and steady is key. So, like, make it a slow shift, you know? But if you've already done that, try explaining to your mom that some girls aren't feminine like she is. You can straight up tell her, like, I'm not exactly who you were as a teenager, so I'm not going to dress like you did as a teenager or like other teenagers that you see now because I'm not them. I dress like me. And she can't really argue with that. The most she can say is why, and you can tell her why, because you have a legitimate answer. When I was severely depressed, I took everything to heart and self-isolated, but my ex-friend kept using it against me, saying, I know what you went through, but it doesn't change the fact that it hurt me. But yeah, she told me how she felt about this year later. Am I in the wrong? I think she's right, because no matter what you're going through, you don't get to hurt people with a free pass. You still need to make amends for that. So, though it was a tough time, you can still apologize for ways you hurt people, regardless of what you were going through. When I was depressed and when I was being abused, I was hurting people by just being mean all the time. I was mean all the time because I was, you know, always in survival mode and experiencing trauma. And I had to go back later and apologize to people I hurt because it wasn't their fault. It's not their fault. And so you have to, that's the part of trauma that's unfortunately on you, is you have to, like, kind of deal with your shit and make amends because of it. Nobody is going to just, it's nobody's job to make room for your hurtful behaviors, regardless of what was going on. And so if you hurt somebody, just apologize. Explain and apologize. It might not have been your fault, but it surely wasn't theirs either. And that other person's not going to apologize. No, yeah, Discord is not safe. I explained to several kids this past year that they were being actively groomed. Because they were like, help guys, I don't know if this is bad. And I was like, he's 23 and you're 14, and he told you that if you didn't send him something that he was going to take pills. Yeah, it's bad. You're grieving your dog? Oh my god. Mia, I'm so sorry. I'm trans, female to male. We all know that, lol. This is who I think it is. But I absolutely hate my voice. I never talk when I'm out, like shopping or something. I don't know what to do. I can't start testosterone quite yet. Oh, Gabe. I'm sorry. I don't know. I wish that I had a shared experience with you, because, you know, I've also been insecure about my voice, for it being feminine, actually, but definitely not at that same level. But you can also know that this version of your voice is pretty limited edition. It won't be there for long, and when you finally start on things that are going to validate you and your identity, you might look back on videos of your old voice and be like, that's what I sounded like before I was, like, really me, huh? That's what I sounded like before I knew before I matched on the outside what I felt on the inside. And that might just, one day you're going to look back on this version of your voice probably and be like, you know, that's just a memory. It's a little fun fact. It's not all-consuming like it feels now. Gay boots! It's hard for you to talk to friends too. Yeah. I am wondering... Let me think. Because there's... I don't know what there could possibly be to do. I mean... I wish I both understood the feelings and the situation more. Personally. Because I would love to give you tips of something I've done, but I haven't. I've just also been insecure about it. Because I don't think there's a lot that you can do other than start testosterone, which you haven't been able to do yet. And that sucks, but hopefully the people in your life understand that that's not who you're meant to be. You know? Like, the people who you allow to be close to you in your life should definitely know. Yeah, that might be what Gabe sounds like right now, but that's not Gabe's voice. That's not Gabe's true self. Gosh, I'm now 52 minutes behind. I have a friend, and she's a great friend, but I think she likes me, and I am scared because I like her, but we are too young. How old are you? I mean, if you both have a crush on each other, you can just have crushes. I had a crush when I was 12. That doesn't mean that we should have dated, and we didn't. Partially because it was on a girl and she wasn't gay and I didn't know I was gay. But also, even if we had known, I might have done it anyway because I've been very feelings driven, especially romantically, my whole life. And I remember what it's like to have, you know, one of your first few crushes in your life. But it's okay to say, we need to wait on this. It's okay to say, you know what, let's do it for the experience of how people communicate when they're in relationships. We know we're not going to, like, do anything like that because we're so young, but we, you know, it's a practice. Even having a crush at that age is practice. Everyone's first crush was embarrassing. Everyone's first experience with, like, kissing, everybody has, like, something that wasn't, of course, as polished as their final product that they have now. My first kiss was awkward as hell. And then we sat back and she goes, so genuinely, was that fun? And I was 16. Everybody has to have practice, you know? And so that's okay. You were 11 and she was 10? Ooh, age gap. A raid? From who? And how many? How many people showed up in the... Hey! Two. Nice. Let me try and open up Twitch. see if this works. Okay. I don't really want to have to come out. I just want this to be like I'm dating this person now. And do I have a label myself because I want to be me? You never have to put a label on yourself, no. And in a perfect world, that would be exactly how it is. It wouldn't be, I'm gay and this is my girlfriend. It would be, this is my girlfriend. And it's awful that there has to be 2 revelations for your relationship to be okay in most parents' eyes. But, please speak in English. But what you're wanting is completely valid, and I hope that you get it. And I hope, if not you, that your kids at least get it. I would love it if you sent me your guitar cover of Test Drive on How to Train Your Dragon. Yes. I'm super masked and I'm thinking about growing out my hair back too long, but for the past few years I've been crisis if I'm gay or trans. Not really looking for an answer, just venting. That is real. And I'm glad that you had the courage to say it. Happy birthday! Is it normal for me to be absolutely terrified of my parents to the point where I can't even talk to them without being scared? No. 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 If it's not ever fun for you to be around your parents, if it's not even helpful for you to be around your parents, yikes. But if you're just looking on answers, if it's normal, no. Hi, Kaelin. I hope you had a good day. In first year, I started to scratch myself repeatedly and told my mom. She told me not to be stupid, but in the second year when it got bad, I only cared about when I told her through school, but when I do it, I can't speak up to her about it, so it's throwing me down because I can't say. I really didn't understand a lot of that. That didn't make a lot of sense to me. Can you please submit that again and be a little bit more concise and finish your sentence? I'm not trying to be rude. I genuinely have no idea what your question is. My mom tells me I can go to her about anything, but every time I do, I end up getting in trouble, and then she gets mad when I don't want to go to her about things. I don't know what I should do at this point. I think you should tell her that. For sure. Is it bad that I want my parents to divorce because my dad is abusive and manipulative? No, it's not bad. People should divorce. I'm not, like, pro-divorce, like, yay, divorce, but I'm pro people who shouldn't be together divorcing. Divorce is very healthy in a lot of relationships. If you need a divorce, get a divorce. Don't marry people who you think you'll divorce, but don't stay with people who you need to. I made a tiny little clay sculpture of you and Quinn, and you're sat on my shelf on a display because you're cutie patooties. I love that. I told my mom that I think I should go to therapy or get checked for any mental illnesses because both my sister and dad are bipolar, my other sister is clinically depressed, my brother has anger issues, and my mom brushed it off and said I was fine and normal. I don't think I am. Yeah, no, statistically, probably not. Those can all be genetic. So, I suggest definitely at least doing research on everything and seeing what specifically you want to be tested for, and then bringing up that instead. My dad yelled at me and told me I'm no longer his daughter because I'm trans. Can I be your son? That's what I was going to say. Like, no, you're no longer his daughter. You're his son. I also have no clue about how to come into my friends. I mean, start from the heart, always. Start by saying, like, or you could even, like, make it all formal. Take him out to lunch or dinner and be like, hey, I have to talk to you about something really serious. Nobody's hurt. Everything's okay. I just feel very different on the inside than how I look on the outside, and I don't want this to change anything between us. Me and my girlfriend broke up, and I still really like her, and I don't know what to do because I can't stop thinking about her. See, story of everybody's life. This too shall pass, though. It will go away. I know you can't now, but you have to take comfort in the fact that this is not forever. I'd be surprised if it's another week. No matter how in love you are, you eventually start to realize, oh, my life, low-key similar to how it was before. Hold. I'm in this weird one-sided friends with benefits thing. Wait, can you come adopt me and be parents of my parents? Yeah, duh. That's why we're here. Benefits thing with my old boyfriend, guy friend. The thing is, I'm a lesbian, and he knows. It's not physical, but it's stuff I don't want to do. Wait, but it's stuff I don't want to do, but for some reason, I feel like I need the validation, but every time something happens and I want to barf. What do I do? I'm so sorry. Needing male validation is different than being bisexual, so that's what I'm understanding to be going on here. It is crazy. That one was actually crazy. But, I'll wait. Guys, if you sub, you don't get any ads, and also, I get to buy my girlfriend cool things. Mini cheer. I can't buy a plane ticket to her, unfortunately. Not right now. Yeah, yellow, really. Do you like jewelry? Does Quinn? Yes, we do, but we like different kinds of jewelry. But I'll wear anything, really. I don't wear super girly things, but, Quinn does, sometimes. She also steals my jewelry. Gay bits, gay bits, gay bits. I love that you said quit gaslighting us, but your username starts with idiot. That's my favorite part. I loved that a lot. W bits. Okay, ads are over. I'm in this weird one-sided friends with benefits thing with my old boyfriend / guy friend. And she's a lesbian. And he knows that. And they keep doing things that she doesn't feel comfortable with, but she needs male validation. which is different than bisexuality, which is probably why you feel the need to barf, because you got validated, and now you're realizing that to get validated, you just kind of, you know, threw yourself under the bus for that. Oh. That was way off. Oh, I still got a fish. No, exactly. Are you dating if you're not worried about your jewelry being stolen? Everything gets stolen. We swap everything back and forth. A sub? Thank you so much! Who was it? You have to tell me who. You have- Hey! Thank you, Riley. Guys, Riley is currently paying my salary. I might even be able to afford to get my girlfriend boba tonight. Because as we established last time, it's a daily routine. Are you in love with Quinn or no? Don't you put stupid questions in my not gonna lie. Look at this. Look at this hoe. My ex tried to call my mother because I blocked her for abusing me. She wants me to apologize for leaving her. What's the most wanted thing on my wish list? Let me look. I forgot. For me, probably the... I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna take this mug off the wish list because that's something that she's already getting. I don't know. Because I only put things up there when I want them, like, equally. Also, I haven't updated it in a minute. Quinn just texted me, I like submissive men, non-sexually. Even Toothless looks shocked. Thank you, Riley! This girl, man. I'm so in love with her. Like, who else would feel comfortable? Thank you, Riley! Thank you, and another one! Thank you! Thank you so much! Oh, goodness, yep, I'm seeing them now. Finally, it works. That's 10 today? Damn! That reminds me, I was probably gonna... I received it. Oh, wait, what is it? Let me see. Somebody definitely just bought Quinn's boba. Who did this? By Anonymous, you have to make yourself known. You must make yourself known. Thank you so much, Riley. Foster, thank you. I love you guys so much. And Kenzie using my native name for no reason. Riley's paying my bills. What do you mean? Ah! Dicks. Playing with one hand. I'm getting really depressed to the point where I can't eat or clean my room, and my room is a mess and bringing me stress, and I can't sleep at night. I have so been there. It might just take a minute for you to get motivation, and I think you should sleep in it. I know when Quinn is depressed, she sleeps in different spots in her house than normal, so she doesn't sleep in her bed when she's depressed. She'll sleep on, like, the couch or in Claire's bed. And I think that that is a good method to just change up your environment at least a little bit, you know? You maxed out... Who maxed out a Night Fury? Wow. Your Dina cosplay is absolutely perfect. You bring life to such an authentic way. It feels like you stepped right out of the game. She keeps shouting legendary cosplayer from an anonymous fan who truly admires your work. I love you. I love you, anonymous fan. Thank you. That made my day. You guys are making my day today in so many ways. I started a whole new school a couple days ago, and I think I made a couple new friends, but I'm scared to come out to them. I don't think they will respond negatively, but it's still a possibility, and if they do respond negatively, I won't have any friends. Well, if they would respond negatively, then they should not be your friends. I would not be friends with somebody who would respond negatively. That's such a lie. I've done that always in the past. But I wouldn't be friends with them now. Me and my ex broke up, but I still really like her, and now we're texting, and I'm getting mixed signals. Remember why you broke up. Thank you so much, Riley, again. So if you're getting mixed signals, well, first of all, remember why you broke up. If that still applies, stay broken up and stop talking. If that has changed, not if you're decided you could get over it, if it has actually changed, or there's a plan for it to change that you know you will actually do, then talk about it. But if not, do not. Thank you, Riley. Thank you. Guys, you're making my day. I'm so happy. I'm doing my favorite thing. And y'all are making it so much more fun. I'm so filled with glee. Oh no. Inbox. Okay. I was talking to a girl who I genuinely loved so much, but she stopped talking to me because she wasn't over her ex, and I told her that's okay, and if she can focus on herself and contact me again. She said she was over her ex. But then we were dating for 5 months, and she cheated with her ex. Oh my god. I hate people like that. Never start a new relationship unless you're actually, like, genuinely know that you're never gonna get back together with that person. If your ex here's how you know. I received another gift. Who was that? That was for Quinn. Who's that? Dude! Foster, is that you? Was that you? Thank you so much, idiot. Ice invention. I wish you had a name I could call you that wasn't idiot. But I'm really grateful for you. Thank you so much. That's the jacket that baby Ellie wears in The Last of Us Part 1. And so I put that on my throne for Quinn, and now she can dirty it up and wear it, and you'll get a whole new cosplay now. I'm so stupid. Idiotic invention. W idiot. Yes. W idiot. That's actually my favorite thing now. W idiot. Wait, do something else no matter how. Say something cool or do something cool so we can say W idiot again. You don't have to buy anything if you don't want to. Just say something cool so we can say W idiot. Oh, he's not talking. The amount of tags? Oh, yes. Gay bits! Guys, I'm so happy. Oh my god. Now I can give my girlfriend a gift too. You guys are so awesome. I went to a mental hospital. Oh, now we're sad again. I went to a mental hospital and people were making up drama and the doctors were threatening to call the cops on all of us, but only 3 people were involved. I have no idea what advice to give you on that one specifically. That's a terrible one to come back to. That is not enough context. I have no idea what the drama is. Try to stay out of it, though. Drop those people. I should have hit that. Okay, I will read it out loud, Josh. Don't worry. When I live in the future place... Wait. Kaelin, when you live in a place in the future, will you get any animals? As I remember, Quinn is allergic to cats. Yes, we actually plan on getting hypoallergenic cats, because we both love cats so much. I'm not a smurf, you turd. I'm a girl. I like this girl. We've been friends since 5th grade, and we kissed in 5th grade. You were like 9 years old. Kissed in 5th grade. I'm now a freshman, and she is all over me, and she touches me, not in a bad way, but she has a boyfriend. Holy. So why does everybody have a boyfriend that's trying to do things with women? And why does nobody think that cheating is as bad when it's a boyfriend and not a woman? That's not cool. It's still cheating. It's still fucking cheating. Men have feelings too, and cheating with a woman counts. By God. One of you just gets a head shake. You know who you are. And if you needed that as a sign, this is your sign. My uncle was, when I was 8, I stayed at my uncle's just when I was friend, and he quite literally stabbed me in the back with a dirty hunting knife because he thought I ate a piece of his venison. I absolutely hate deer meat. He fucking stabbed you? How do you get away with that? Also, if I know you and you especially want yours read out loud, you can totally put your name on it. W idiot? What did idiot do? Sub? Yay, idiot! W idiot. Yay, idiot. My favorite might be when idiot does stuff. What age did I come out to my family? I was outed at 16. Kaelin, I'm a fan of yours and Quinn, but I live in Russia, and I'm 2 months older than you. I really want to learn English so that in the future I can come from Russia to America and see you. You're very cool. Thank you for being here. I love you. How did I survive junior and senior year of high school? Junior year was rough. I got kicked out of my Christian school because I was gay. And then I did a semester online. And then senior year was the best year of my life. Senior year is going to be cool, no matter who you are. Like, senior year is going to rock. Because, Kaelin want my sister? Free sister for you? I actually have, as many sisters as I can handle right now. But you're literally automatically cool if you're a senior. Your classes don't matter. Well, okay, they do matter, but not nearly as much because nobody's checking if you go. If anybody's like, you're a senior, they automatically assume you don't care and you're cool and not caring. I went to a new school as a senior, and that was really cool because everybody was new. It was a brand new school, and I was a senior at that school, so I was an alum. Best experience you can have as a senior, and I think seniors get like weird privileges and stuff because they don't have to care. Also, no summer reading. My music teacher misgendered me once on accident and another time, and I didn't even know what it was. I'm sorry. I came out way too young, and my parents told me I couldn't date till I was 18, which I get now, but at the age you'd probably start dating, they kept the rule of 18. I reminded them of the amount of girlfriends my brother had at that age. They said it was different because I'm gay. So that's homophobic and a piece of shit thing to do. I mean, if you didn't already know that, fuck them for that. How do you ask me questions? I have a not gonna lie link pinned, so I'm answering everybody's questions through that. I'm currently about 45 minutes behind, but we're getting there. I might have to start skipping. You don't have to read this out loud, but I genuinely find so much comfort in streams like these. You are such a comfort streamer to me. Please keep going with these. I will always keep going with these, and I'm so happy that I could be of some comfort to you. Okay, now we're only 40 minutes behind. I love it when people add things in parentheses in their sentences. I'm finally out of counseling. Yay! But I relapsed after a couple of days because I got into a heated argument. I don't know if I should go back or not. I do think you should go back. Because clearly there is still something unhealed where you can get into an argument, and that is the case. I'm sorry. Oh no. My best friend, who was basically my reason to not commit, left me because she didn't like hearing about my problems, so I ended up using a lighter and now I can't stop. Oh my god. So, here's a thing, too, is that, I'm just so sorry for both of you. Your best friend is not fully at fault here. Your best friend is also a kid. When I was 14, the only person I told about my problems was another slightly older kid, like in the grade above me, which at the time I was in 8th grade and she was a freshman in high school. And to me, that was so much more mature, and she was more mature than me. But she was still a kid. She was 14, and I was like 13. And she didn't respond well, and that's not her fault. Because I was a kid and told her about adult problems. I was a kid and she was a kid, and I put too much on her. I am for kids telling adults their problems, not for kids telling kids their problems. You're gonna go to 8th grade? 8th grade sucks for everybody. Just try not to die, honestly. That's the bar. If you can get through 8th grade without dying, you'll be fine. Like, if you can make it past 8th grade, I'm pretty sure everything will be better. Yeah, we're super straight. Hella straight. I had a dream last night that I was at a Billie Eilish concert and you and Quinn were there. That's so interesting. Once when I was 12, I was at a school event. I was with my friend, and then her brother came up to me. He asked if I was 16, and I told him my age, and asked him what made him think that. He said because I had big boobs, and started to sexualize me. I know it shouldn't be sad, since it was 5 years ago. Of course it can be sad, because it was 5 years ago. It can be sad at any time. That was weird. That was weird and wrong, and I hate that for you. A few weeks ago, I realized that my girlfriend at 14, I'm 18 now, took advantage of me. And I was too naive to realize it. I didn't think as a lesbian those things happened in women loving women relationships. I know better now, and I don't know how to feel about it. I am fully with you on that. I realized that too. I realized that it's like 17. When you don't have any role models for what a healthy women-loving woman relationship should look like, what respectful communication looks like, what respectful boundaries look like, and what just healthy dynamics are, you can believe anything is normal, no matter how weird or painful it is. And that's awful. And I've always wanted to be a role model for kids like that because I was that kid. I believed some weird fucking shit was normal. Like, really weird shit. Because I'd never seen a gay couple before. And my girlfriend told me it was normal. And when you Google it, because if you Google anything, you will get the result Google thinks you want, not something that's actually true. It was. And so, I just went with it. And that was not okay. And nobody even saw that I was being abused. And I am so sorry that you went through that. But everyone who's even thinking about being in a relationship, happy birthday, Riley! Oh my god, it's your birthday? Happy birthday! W human? What does that mean? Please look for a role model. It could be me. Honestly, I would love that and I would be honored by that, but it doesn't have to be. Just have a relationship you know is right that you can look at. Because if you don't, it can be so dangerous. Like, if you want to look at me and Quinn's relationship as a standard for exactly what a healthy dynamic should be, I'm fine with that. It is a healthy dynamic. We're not 100% perfect, but what teenagers are. We have a very good relationship for teenagers. And if it's a lot more unhealthy than ours, that's a big problem. If you seem to be hurting all the time, that's a big problem. If you feel like you're at fault for a lot of things, then that's a problem. If nothing in your relationship is getting better after communicating, that's a problem. And if you feel like you can't communicate, then that's a problem for any reason. And that's not okay. And especially sexually, if somebody tries to tell you, yeah, you've never seen other people do this, and nobody talks about it, or even if they don't say that, even if they're insecure that what they want might not be normal, do not automatically reassure them. Don't do it, because then you get trapped. You need to be comfortable always, and you should never fear losing somebody over sexual boundaries. Absolutely fucking not. Okay? I love you, Riley. Wee. Anyways, I should get another, not gonna lie. No! No! Can masked lesbians do testosterone? I mean, you can do anything. I don't understand the question. Like, would a doctor let you? Yes. I guess. I don't... There are around 200, and I'm trying to get through all of them. I promise I am. If I skip yours, I'm so sorry, but I'm not skipping very many. Like, do you mean can lesbians still do testosterone and still be lesbians? I don't honestly know. I think so. I don't know why the answer would be no, but there's probably a much better answer out there that I just haven't thought about. So basically, a few years back, my father used to abuse me and my sister and my mother, especially. I'm the youngest, and I was gone. I don't remember much, but it looked like a lot like my dad, and constantly reminds me of him. Wait. I was gone. I don't remember much, but it looked a lot like my dad, and constantly reminds me of him. I don't know what reminds you of your dad. You forgot that part. There's no noun for what reminds you of your dad. Sadly. Life is hard, man. Yeah. Life is hard. Finding yourself is hard. Everything is hard. It is hard. That's why I think parents need to be their kids' #1 supporters, helpers, and fighters. Because being a kid and finding out who you are as a person is hard enough. It's fucking insanely difficult, man. Once the house is quiet again. See you soon. Thank you so much for the boba. Oh my god, wait, I have boba. We're down to 30 minutes behind, guys. Do I have Venmo? Me? Yeah. What's you up to? I mean, yeah. I don't know how to not be awkward when people ask for, like, things like that or ways they can pay me. So I'm just gonna be awkward and type it in chat. Cause I don't know how to accept things. And be... Cause, like, I want to thank you the right amount, and so I always wait to see what it's gonna be, or if there's anything at all, before assuming absolutely anything. And so I just kind of sit there wondering what's gonna happen, and then I know how to react. That's why I love surprises. Because then I know how to react and what I'm reacting to. We're couple goals? Yes, we are. That is something I will not be humble about. My girlfriend is awesome. And she treats me the best that anyone could ever treat anyone. And I can only hope that I treat her the same amount of good, but I think I do. And I don't dread having problems with her. I know if there is something that bothers one of us, we bring it up. It's us versus the problem. Every single time. We will always find a way to have that spark and have something new. I love her more than life itself, and I will never ever stop. Aww. Just want to say thank you. You mean the absolute world to me, and I appreciate you and Quinn. I'm hoping that maybe I can get your Snapchat or something and DM you because you're my idol and I love you so much. You now have $25. Thank you so much, Riley. I don't actually use Snapchat, but Instagram is there if you tell me who you are. I'll look at my DM requests later. Thank you so much. Emma paid you 69 cents. Emma, what are you doing? What you doing there, girl? Instead of you and Quinn buying the GT player chair seat cushion, I'd crochet you one for free. Aw, I would love that. I don't have a chair to put it on, but I would love that. We thought that I would get Quinn's, but I'm having to figure out... It is you. That's Emma. I have to figure out how to actually get that to Texas, if we can do that, because there's literally no way. So maybe I'll just bring a giant suitcase to California, dismantle it, and check that bag. It might honestly just be easier to buy a chair. I might just buy a chair. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy a chair. That sounds so much less expensive and easier. Hi there. Do you believe in love at first sight? Not love, no. I believe in attraction at first sight, not love. Love is a relationship. It can be a one-sided or parasocial relationship, but it is a relationship you have with another person's personality. So first time seeing them, you don't know that. Don't ask how I know, but you got a fan. I mean how I got a fan. Like, what kind of fan? Anyways. I just broke up with my girlfriend and I feel bad because she didn't do anything bad. I just can't do long distance so far away. And that is a no fault. That's what I call a no fault divorce. Exactly. They're spelled the same way, so how am I supposed to know what kind of fan? Riley paid me $1. Also, I named my... You're the one that named your cat after me? Oh, the you have $25 was just how much I have in my Venmo account, not how much you paid me. Gotcha. That makes so much more sense. It's like, why? Just exposed how much I don't have in my Venmo account. I love that there's a cat named Kaelin. It brings me so much joy. My friend says I'm too addicted to you and your streams and Quinn's streams. I'm also addicted to my streams and Quinn's streams, so... Riley paid you 20 cents. Yeah, she's been attacking me all day. You're doing what Yella does. Every time he needs me to look at DMs, it's like, Yella paid you $2. Check DMs, Smurf. Yella paid you $20. DMs. Get boba. If I had to call the cops on my dad... I had to call the cops on my dad, and I've been feeling super guilty about it, even though I know it was necessary. Riley paid you 10 cents. She's a Smurf as well, so it fits. She's a really small cat, and she's full grown. Anyways. Even though I know it was necessary. Yeah, that's normal. It's okay to feel that guilt, but just you have to know, even if you know logically it wasn't your fault, I don't know. There's so many cases like this where people feel so guilty for reporting their abusers, and everyone would assume, like, yeah, you called the cops on your dad, it's fine now. But it's not like that. It's, yeah, they're awful, but they're my awful, and I ruined them. But you have to remember that you didn't ruin them. They ruined themselves. They brought this upon themselves completely, and you had no other choice. Might feel like you might have had another choice, but you did not. Hey, it's Riley. I just wanted to say, you're the reason I continue to go on, and I appreciate you just so very much. I appreciate you too, Riley. Especially earlier. Riley sugar mama the entire stream. I appreciate you. Who just put dicks in my not gonna lie? I'm 6'4". Who's using the random message generator in here? I love you, Kaelin. You are the reason I don't feel sad all the time for no reason. I don't know who you are, but I love you too, and I'm so happy that I can make a difference to you. That's the greatest compliment I could get. You are always safe here, you are always important here, and you are always welcome here. Unless you, like, try to hurt someone, which of course you wouldn't do, so. Unless you're a threat to the other people here, because I have a duty to protect the people here, then you are always welcome here. It's Josh. I know this isn't mental health related, but you are a 10 out of 10 streamer, and my sister asked who my favorite streamer was, and I said you, and she was like, oh, who's that? And I was like, the best streamer ever, and she said she might stop by sometime. I don't know when, but she might. That's so cute, Josh! Aww. Thank you, man. That's actually so cute. That made my day. Personality or looks? Personality, but I got lucky enough to get both. I meant in my girlfriend. I'm not just bragging. This is Paige. You might remember me. But you and Quinn have seriously made my life better. I love watching you and her streams. They've helped me so much, and they're my favorite part of my day. I love you and Quinn so much, and thank you for everything you've helped me with. It's you that's been tagging me in How to Train Your Dragon videos on TikTok. I love you. You're so sweet, Paige. Why don't I post more often? I'm definitely like a sing when I have something to say kind of bird. You know? Like, I wouldn't... Quinn's the same way, but she just has a lot to say. I'm not interested in being, like... I'm not on TikTok for the fame of it. And I don't really cosplay unless I'm with Quinn. So I just don't have a lot to post. I use TikTok for other people's videos. I don't know. I might start making more. Should I? Nerdiest stream ever? Yeah, it is. And I love it. And you love it too. You know, I know you do. And that's why there's, how many people are here for you guys? Oh, Yella, that's so sweet. 84? Okay, that's why there's 84 of you here. Because you like it too. Oh, I look so bad. And a little crazy. But you know what? Fuck it. We ball. What's my natural eye color? Green. My girlfriend and I have been together for almost 5 months, and I really want this to work, but my avoidant attachment makes it really hard. Recently, I've been pulling away even though I don't want to. I feel guilty, but I'm struggling to bring myself back. I don't know what to do. I have only been on the other side of that, unfortunately. I know that's probably very hard, but communication is key. Just tell her what you need. Tell her the reassurance you need. You need to ask her what reassurance she needs when you need space. Because 3 hours of no contact, like, if you're arguing, and then you pull away for 3 hours with no reassurance, that's not okay. It's just not. Especially if she's anxious. So, it's really a communication thing. You need to work out a system with her. You can get through this. I believe that you can, and I'm so proud of you for trying, because a lot of people just don't try. You're naming your daughter Kaelin? Aww. I was actually planning on naming my kid Quinn until I met Quinn. I'm not even kidding. I used to write books, and Quinn would be the name of the protagonist. I loved the name Quinn. Even as a kid. I have so many books that they're stupid books, but the name is Quinn. One of you needs a sign. I've seen multiple messages like this. This is your sign. Do it. Do it. I just realized exactly what some of you might be interpreting, and I'm going to take that back, and I'm going to show you the not going to lie I just read. This is the actual sign that I'm giving. This says, give me a sign to break up with my toxic boyfriend. This is the only thing I'm actually giving you a sign to do. This is the sign. If you needed a sign for anything else, no, I did not say that. I'm giving you a sign to break up with your toxic boyfriend, and that is it. I am specifically giving you a not sign to do anything else. Got it? Anyways, yes, this can be a sign to eat dinner. I should have eaten dinner. I had nuggets. I'll eat more later. I don't know when I'll see Quinn next, unfortunately. You haven't eaten anything all day? Kenzie, go. Now. Snack. Meal. Eat. Or else. Or else. Kenzie, I will put you in timeout. In the pantry. You are amazing. You made me a little confident without knowing I can be masked, even if I'm short, have a high voice, or if I have long hair. Thank you. Of course you can. Your expression isn't just what's on the outside or what's traditional. What's masculine to you is what's masculine. It's okay. Kenzie, I swear to God, if you don't eat, I'm literally gonna report you. I'm gonna ban you until you eat. I'm kidding. But you should get a snack and you should eat with us. Whee. I'm always sad all the time, but I hide it around my family so I don't make them worried. What do I do? I'm so sorry. I think that you should tell your family, because this is your sign to make food, yes. Telling people, unless they are literally evil, will always help. Will always help. If you don't let anybody in to understand what you're feeling, they can't help you. Okay, she's about to get you food? That's fine then. I don't feel like my best friend and I are really on the same page anymore. I do love her, and I don't want to be harsh or anything, but I genuinely don't feel appreciated or heard. All we do is send reels back and forth and text in between. I'm not sure what to do. I'm thinking of just distancing. It sounds like you already are distancing, and that's okay. You need to emotionally distance, though. You don't need to do anything different. You just need to let go the idea that you're always going to be this close. Like, you could just, you know, acknowledge the fact that your relationship is now sending reels and keeping in touch with funny things instead of deep conversations. And if you want this person to still be in your life, then that's what it is. And if you don't want this person to be in your life, then you can distance even more. You seen this on your For You page? Well, I'm glad you got Twitch. I have so many different styles I want to be, and I get very overwhelmed when I think of my future. Have you got any tips on how not to get overwhelmed? I don't. My girlfriend dresses me when I want to look cute. But that is a specific question. I've only said this once before in stream, but my girlfriend would be really good at answering that question because she has the exact same issue. She has like 5 different styles, and they're all awesome, but sometimes she has trouble organizing them, deciding which one, and getting overwhelmed by the sheer amount of things in her room. Mission: don't burn the bagel. This is a silly one to lighten the mood, but when I came out recently, my dad and stepmom just laughed and said, "Oh, we know. You have The Last of Us and Quinn and Kaelin's posters all over your walls." My stepmom called me a scissor sister. My camera's frozen? Is it frozen? Okay. Okay. My natural eye color is green. Kaelin, thank you for everything. You and Quinn have helped more people than you probably realize. Before I met you both, I was in a really dark place, and you helped me through it. I'm so grateful, and I love you guys. Winnie. I love you too, Winnie. Aww. I made up a girlfriend a year back to prove she was real. My friends made me carve her name into my leg. The thing you draw circles with, I forgot. also forget what that tool is called. That is not okay. And that's how I started. Oh my god. I have random ass name scarred into my leg for the rest of my words. Trigger warning. That is awful. I'm not uncomfortable. Sorry, I sound uncomfortable. I'm not uncomfortable. I just feel very badly for you. God damn. I mean, who hasn't made up a partner before? Come on. I did. But like... Damn it, I'm so curious. I wish I could just give advice without being curious, like a nosy freak. But I want to know what the name was. Anyways. I promise it's all gonna be okay. If you need resources, I will gladly send them. In fact, if you want, I can have some amazing people look up and send you the helplines in the chat. How far behind now? It was Eva. At least it's a good name. At least you didn't pick, like... I can't say any names here. Somebody's gonna get offended. Like... Gertrude or something. I'm an angle? I love being an angle. My sister found my hidden razor that I use, and she made fun of me for being suicidal. She's 19. Yeah, so she should know fucking better than that. I'm 19, and that's not something anybody my age should ever do. It's not something anybody should ever do. What the fuck? I'm so sorry. You should say something like, wow, really? Acting like this about mental health at this big age? My mom's boyfriend is a drug addict, and he's very sexual to me. My mom doesn't talk to me, and I don't know how to tell her. I think you just need to, like, straight up tell her. Don't stop talking. Like, okay. Here's how terrible confrontations... Here's how you manage. Because, terrible confrontations are just the worst, and you won't know how to communicate in the moment. So just close your eyes and literally say exactly what you need to say, because that's some deep shit. So say exactly what you need to say, and don't stop talking until you've said anything. Even if everyone starts talking again, even if they start yelling. Thank you, Philip, right? Anyways, don't stop talking until you've said everything you need to see. Wow. Until you've said everything you need to say. Am I gonna get a tat? Yeah. I broke up with my girlfriend yesterday, and now I feel bad because it was only for how long she lived away. I didn't want her thinking she did anything bad. Kenzie. So, with your relationship, I'm in full support of what you did, because that was a very mature thing to do, to be able to let circumstances affect your decisions, because these are circumstances you don't have control over. And so, that's a very mature thing to do, and I'm very proud of you. And I hope that she knows that she didn't do anything wrong. And I'm sure she does, because, I mean, I bet when you told her that you had to break up, that, you know, It was for the distance, right? I can't... Okay. Yeah, so, like... Everybody was kung fu fighting. Everybody was fast as lightning. I feel like I'm mad at my family all the time, and I just keep stuff in my head that made me angry, and that happened to me, and I don't know how to help it. I'm just so angry all the time, but I try to be nice to them because I don't want them to worry. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, and right now you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. I hate myself a little bit for that. Anyways, I think you do need counseling. I'm sure this is a double-sided problem though. So, I think communication between your family and you would also be really helpful. Yay, Layla's off work. Would I do a stream of the story of how I met Quinn? Like, what do you want? Our first Discord DMs? Because this was back when we were actually active on Discord. Over a year ago. Kaelin, thank you. You're really sweet and genuinely think you're one of the purest souls I've ever seen. That made me so happy. Did you know my first name, the English one, means pure? And I thought it was stupid until I thought about that it could mean pure intentions or pure of heart. And now I love it. You and Quinn are the reason I'm here. Blackberries. Blackberries! That was so confusing. I was like, I thought it was Kaelin berries. I'm so sorry. Aww. Do I want anything from Chili's? What's good at Chili's, guys? Oh, it's too late. I'm not getting any Chili's. You're in my walls? Get on my walls. Part 1. My father died when I was young, and it had been a few years now. I still can't get over his death. I'm also scared for my mom because she might die in the same way, and I'm scared to lose her. I also hate myself because I have a bad habit of hitting my friends. They've talked about it behind my back. Hitting your friends? That is a bad habit. I think that's the first thing you need to work on. This is Kenzie. You definitely don't know who I am. Aww. Kenzie. That's so sweet. My uncle passed away nearly 3 months ago. I hide the pain as much as but I miss him so much. It's his birthday today, and it's so hard already. How can I deal with going through grief alone? Know that you're not alone. You're not. And you need to form communities, because those people will listen to you. And everyone goes through grief at some point. Making your existing relationships stronger is going to help you more than you realize. Part 2. I got my hitting habit from my biological father. Now my family and 3 of my close friends know about it. When I try to stop myself from hitting people and hit myself or cause harm to me, I don't know what to do. I think you need to change the behavior before the intention. You're worried that you can't stop, but I think you literally need to, because even if you still have the urge to do it, that's going to cause shame, and I think that you need to actually stop doing it, and then give yourself credit, and then work on the urge and the intention. Because then you'll have a platform. Your grandma and your grandpa would definitely... I mean, think about what they would want. I always imagine them, people I love, either staring at me from clouds or from, like, in water. And then thinking, what would they want? Of course I don't believe that they are, but, like, would they want to look at me and I'm crying over their bodies, or would they want to look at me as I'm hanging their picture up in my wall to remember them, smiling at it before I leave, to know what a part of my, like, because they're a part of who I was. They're a part of who I am today, and then, you know, being able to celebrate their life. What did Sage say? Celebrate the lives of people who have passed. Always. Please give me advice. My dad dies a few years ago and my mom's boyfriend is a... Oh, I did talk to about that one. I'm scared my mom will look through my sketchbook. I don't have a lot of anything bad. Just lots of art with trans flags. I'm not out to her yet. I'm trans, female to male, and I'm planning to come out, but I'm scared. What should I do? I mean, if it's stress about the sketchbook, don't write anything down unless you're ready for it to be found. I cannot emphasize that enough as somebody who has had things be found, even when I've hidden it, and thought my parents would never be the type to go through my room. Don't write things down. Don't have physical evidence of it. It sucks, but you might need to, like, either always have that sketchbook with you or change the flags. Make them French or something. I don't know. Oh no. My mom was yelling at me today about keeping the house clean. Just to keep on going, saying how she is forced to clean everything. When she was done, she threw stuff down the stairs after I left. She's not abusive, anything, I swear. She only gets mad about cleaning and stuff like that and never goes up to over. Yeah. My mom was like that too. Every time there was something to clean, it was like the most stressful ordeal there's ever been. I guess some moms are just kind of like that. They get overwhelmed by it and don't even realize they're overwhelmed and just think that you're out to get them by leaving a dish out or by not doing something as quickly as they would do it or see that you should do it. I left this room in a little bit of mess when I went to go see Quinn this last time, and so my mom picked up every piece of trash, including something with maggots in it, in the house, and put it in my room. Because she is sometimes unreasonable and very menopausal. But, sometimes parents just feel wronged when they're not. They feel that you're out to get them when you're not. And sometimes you have to just explain that you're not targeting them. No, yeah, when I got back, I had to clean that up. And then, because it was like on my bed, and it was disgusting. But it's clean now. And we fought about it for a long time. You just have to explain that you're not attacking. You're not caring. You're just being a forgetful person because teenagers are like that. Hi, Victoria. I'm glad to meet you. I struggle to emotionally attach to anything. I'm very sure it's because of my family. But it's kind of exhausting. It's like there's always this thought in the back of my mind that I'm just dissociating. Shows and movies used to do the trick, but they don't anymore. I don't know. It's weird. Before you even spend a cent on therapy, which you should definitely do, make sure you're getting enough sleep. Because I used to be like that, and I used to think I had like a dissociative disorder, and I wasn't getting enough sleep and I wasn't drinking enough water, which is ironically what parents tell you when you actually have a problem, and they tell you to get more sleep and drink more water. But I swear to God, if you have brain fog, sleep. And if that's not helping, then you need to try. I did feel disrespected. Everybody feels disrespected. But that's life sometimes. And when it's your mom, you gotta understand that even if they treat you bad and you have to set up boundaries with them, that you're still gonna try to have a relationship with them. You don't have to put up with their shit by any means, but you have to try. Hiya, Kaelin. I love you and Quinn, and you two have helped me lots. You guys' mental health streams have helped a ton, just your stream in general. Thank you for the stuff, you two. Leo. I love Leo. Leo's so funny. And I loved being your passenger princess yesterday. It's Josh. My mom told me I'm too young to be struggling with mental health. I'm 14. She tells me I'm being overdramatic about teen drama because I've been bullied my whole life. I don't know what to do with her anymore, or what to tell her. I'm so sorry. You are not too young. Your emotions are entirely valid no matter how young you are. There's a reason you have them, no matter how young you are. No one is too young to feel things. That's all young people have, is feeling things. So of course you have mental health problems if you don't know how to do that, and especially if you're being invalidated, those mental health problems are going to get worse. It's alright, I can wait a minute this time. I hate it when ads interrupt a comfy moment. Philip gaslighting everybody. Is everybody back? Oh, no, Philip's still gaslighting. Is everybody back? Exactly. If you sub, you won't get ads. Just saying. And Philip can't gaslight you if you get a sub. I saved my coolest anecdotes for when there's ads. Oh, I look so poo-poo right now. It's okay. Anyways. So whoever said that they got a How to Train Your Dragon surprise box, share? What is that? Where do I get one? How expensive is it? How long does it take to get here? What kind of surprise? Kaelin, I know you've been helping a lot of people today, but how are you doing? Oh, thank you, Paige. I'm doing okay. I miss my girlfriend. You have a surprise for me and Quinn? I can't wait. Oh no! I totally replied in my head. I love you. Oh no. Guys. Your ability to be so compassionate and empathetic is beautiful and honestly a rarity these days. Everyone has issues, but I don't know what yours are, but you're kind despite them, and it's remarkable. Thank you for sharing your pretty thoughts and your pretty face. You guys are so sweet. I am perfectly fine. This is a good day. And I made that bag today so I can buy my girlfriend boba. Mostly because Foster bought boba for Quinn. But Fion, that's so sweet. You guys, I love you so much. And who burned a bagel? It's for you, I got you 4. What does that mean? But the How to Train Your Dragon surprise thing? Help! Say more. Don't let me get hopeful, please. Say something. No one's replying. It says for me! I'm so happy! Thank you, whoever you are.
Whoever you are, thank you.
Okay. I don't know how, but I actually got to the end of the Not Gonna Lie list. And I might go in a sec so that I have some time with my girlfriend. Actually, I can do Siri, yes. Let me move one thing off of my head so that I can hear myself. Ouch, that kind of hurt a little bit. Why the fuck would you hit me with a boulder? I will kill you, ho. Plasma blast. Fun fact is this is Layla's favorite voice. I don't think she's here right now. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Right now you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. I will check the not gonna lie one more time. Oh my god, no, I will not. My little dragon almost died. Gosh, just got a weird burp. Okay, I found this girl. She's in an app my bro was in. She said, how old were you? Then I snatched the phone before he could speak and I Britishly said, sorry, my little brother. And I took my phone and I told her, well, I can tell you're not from America nor Asia. And I told her, are you from Europe? And she said, yes. And I said, OMG, not N. Hey, Kaelin, just wanted to tell you to say that you have done. Hey, Kaelin, I just wanted to say that all you have done, you are truly an amazing person. And I love your sweet, and you're so sweet, and I love your streams so much. You are one of my comfort streamers, and I love you, Kaelin. Not saying who this is. Guys, you're so cute. Ah. Ah. I'm so glad you guys like this. This is a reminder to get food, water, and enjoy stream. From Philip. Ah. Ah. You're saving $45 for a specific How to Train Your Dragon item. From Mar. What might that be? I got bullied at school for sweating, and I'm scared that I will get bullied again even though it's 112 and normal to sweat. No, it's actually very normal to sweat. Are you fucking kidding me? That's a normal human fucking function. Who seriously bullies another person for sweating? That would be like bullying someone for having a period. Or for fucking breathing. I'm actually really bad at Canadian accents. I love you so much, whoever it is. Whoever is buying all this How to Train Your Dragon stuff. I love you, Kaelin, so much. You bring me happiness, even though I don't feel it half the time. I feel like you can bring me happiness. Thank you so much. I love you so much. From Bobby. I'm really sorry that I read that in Siri voice. That was so sweet, and I appreciate you so much. I don't know what to do about the small streamer you encountered. I really don't know what to say about that. I've seen your message like 3 times and I don't know how to respond to that one. I was getting in trouble in school, but I want to do good. But I want to do good. But I can't because I don't think that I'm going to be successful when I'm older. and I've had over 130 detentions, and I've been suspended 3 times. Can you try to motivate me? I can. The more successful you are now, the more successful you can be in the future. The more opportunities will open up to you, and the better your story will be. I promise. If you stay out of trouble, your success is our success. We're all cheering for you. We all want you to do good. I know it's hard sometimes. Some people aren't built for the same systems that the rest of us are. But that doesn't mean that we should give up. Sometimes we have to be in them by law. And that sucks. That sucks. Sucks? Sucks. Thank you. I feel so lonely and I don't know what to do. None of my friends ever want to hang out with me, and I feel like I annoy everyone around me. I wish I could be a voice actor. Well, that's who I'm basing it off of, so that's good. I wish I could tell you exactly how to make friends. Look, honestly, I don't think anybody is actually annoying unless they it's way more annoying to like think you're annoying and act like people think you're annoying than to just be annoying. Very few people actually think people are annoying that aren't like overly thinking about it and panicking about it. I can do straight, Kaelin. Yeah. It's gonna be a... Oh my goodness, thank you so much, Mar. I'm so happy. My toes are happy, and I'd show you if I felt safe showing my toes. When's the like wedding with Mom? I think we're gonna have it in like a couple years. Now it's definitely gonna be when we're out of our teens. It's Josh again. Do not end stream. I need to watch the stream. Well, Josh, I'm running out of options. You guys are so sweet. I've come to accept my death. You're in kind of saved so many teachers' lives. Truly thank you. You're welcome, Avery. I'm so happy about it. I'm not Brother Snow. You're gonna lie 3 truths and 1 lie? You've got 3 legs, you got 3 arms. You've been watching Quinn for 1 year. I've only been watching Quinn for 6 months. You've got 3 arms and legs. I don't believe you. I love you and Quinn so much. I know my brother watched all of our streams, and I've even got him into The Last of Us. He's always wanted to play it, and I've been watching you guys for a whole year now. You have helped me so much from Hollow. Of course, I have to do stage. Stage is slower, I think. Yeah, are the arms and legs attached, or do you just have possession of another arm and another leg? Oh my god, I gotta pee so bad. I might go do that. I'll be back. I really have to pee. Wait, hold on. Guys, we are gonna hop over to Quinn's stream in just like 2 seconds.
What? Is it just me or in live?
Yeah, she is, but she's gonna raid my stream in a minute.
Yep.
So let me open stream.
Hang on now. Bye, guys. We're all gonna raid.
I have to fart, bro. Wait, don't raid yet. I haven't started yet.
Oh, we're gonna raid in 2 seconds.
Yeah, give me a sec. Give me a second. I need to get my story straight on it. With gang. Roblox. Okay. Ready?
Already. You failed to what?
Why is Stormy already here?
Because I just told them you were gonna be live.
Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, hang on. We're raiding, guys. Don't worry.
Fair enough. Carry on.
Why can't-
Everyone.
Why can't I open mod view? Oh my god, I'm so upset.
It's your gay.
No!
Oh. I feel like if I don't wear eyeliner, my eyes look
Hang on.
small on camera.
Hang on.
When do we hit the grid?
I can't. Oh, yes I can.
Bouncing off. Wait, he's bouncing.
Off my booty cheeks, I love the way he rides. I
can hardly breathe when he's bumping deep inside. I kiss him on his neck and then he kisses on my pussy. Call him daddy while I holler, man, that boy's so damn good looking.
I didn't know that part.
I do.
Alright, bye guys. Hop over.